What's going on, everybody? So they added this crazy new modded creature to Path of Titans, and I wanted to add it to my server. It looked cool and I thought it would be fun. So this is how I balanced it out and got this creature to fit in my semi-realism server. So the first thing I always do when I check out a new modded creature is I like to grow it. So I added it to my server and I started growing this thing from a baby. Now on my server, Apex Killers, you can type !YG in local chat and it will take you to the Young Grove Waystone. This is a great way to get some quests done and get some early growth. So after I finally got to adult, the first thing I wanted to do was test this thing out in some PvP. So I typed !SF in local chat and it teleported me to Salt Flats. Now I checked the stats of this creature and it has 6,300 weight, but it had 1,300 health. So I wasn't exactly sure where this thing fit in the game. So I put it against something that also weighs 6,300, which is a Carcharodontosaurus. So I decided we would see how this fight went and go from there. So interestingly enough, even weighing the same as a Carcharodontosaurus and having 500 more health, this thing still was very low after a fight. So I wasn't sure what exactly to do, but one thing I noticed was that this thing had no stamina. I mean, I was running out of stamina after sprinting for only a few seconds. So I figured I would have to put some stat changes on this thing to make it a little more balanced. I mean, after all, if I'm going to run out of stamina after sprinting for a couple seconds, and a Carcharodontosaurus gets me this low, I could only imagine a T-Rex chasing this thing down. It would have no chance. So I got to work and I made some stat changes for this thing. Now that was a much better fight from the Karch. I can't be mad at that. However, I felt like this creature deserved a little bit more respect. I mean, after all, what's the point of having as much health as a Barsboldia if you're still going to get beat by a Karch in a 1v1? So I got to work with some more stat changes, and my plan was to make this thing stronger than Karch, Giga, and Acro, while not being too strong where it would be stronger than a T-Rex. So my goal was to put it right in the middle of those apexes, and this is how it went. Now that's much better in my opinion. The Karch originally was meant to be a lighter, less tanky apex, and this thing is literally made of armor. So I think it's totally appropriate for this thing to be beating up a Karch, especially considering the Karch can outrun it with no problem. Now I just had to test it against a Rex, and I figured I would see, can a Rex chase this thing down and kill it, or can this thing actually defend itself? Well, that was kind of unexpected. I was doing well running away from the Rex, and I think I may have actually been able to escape. But at the last minute, I decided to turn back and fight. And boy, did I absolutely destroy that Rex. So now I was wondering, damn, did I make this thing too OP? So of course I had to hop on my own PT Rex and see for myself. Well, I got the answer I was looking for. A PT Rex with Deep Rumble can still face tank this thing with a good amount of health left to go. But I still wanted to test it against PT Giga, so let's try that one real quick. Well, that settles it. This creature is officially stronger than Karch and Giga, but not stronger than Rex. And that is exactly where I wanted this thing to fit in the ecosystem. Now that I feel as though it's balanced, let's go try to hunt some other players on the server. Wow. Now this thing sure is tanky. Honestly, those Pachyrhinosaurus players should have just ran away. I think they would have escaped easily, but I respect them for standing their ground and fighting. I think this creature is well balanced because the counter to it, in most cases, is to just run away. It doesn't have great stamina or great speed, so it's not going to be able to chase a lot of things down. This is more going to be a big game hunter. So if you're something smaller than this creature, I recommend running away. So after I sat on the Pachyrhinosaurus body for a while, I decided to grab some water, and this Carcharodontosaurus player approached me. Now I knew he had no idea how strong I was, so I wasn't going to attack him, but he seemed interested in fighting. Just like at Salt Flats, I finished this Carcharodontosaurus with half health. Later that night, I came across this Parasaurolophus, and I thought it would be a perfect opportunity to test this thing's hunting abilities. Well, the game plan there was to drag my bites across the front end of the para, and then get behind it, and stay there. Although I was unable to get behind the para, and it resulted in me getting pummeled. However, the Spearcrest heals pretty quick, so I figured if I just rested up for a little bit and went back, I would have a chance in round 2. Well, the Spearcrest has met its match tonight. Guys, thank you so much for watching the video. We recorded this on Apex Killer Semi-Realism. This is the server that I run. I'm constantly adding new mods and stat changes to make the gameplay more fun, exciting, and unique. If you guys want to check out the server, the link to the Discord will be in the description. See you guys.